The New York Jets have re-signed wide receiver Garrett Wilson, locking him up with the team for the next 6 seasons. And I think it's a hell of a deal. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down right after this.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby. So if you're tuned in and ready to talk some football, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are hearing per Adam Schefter that the New York Jets are locking up Garrett Wilson, signing him to a 4-year, $130 million contract, which I think it's a really good damn deal. You chime in and let me know down below. Do you think that's a good deal for a wide receiver like Garrett Wilson to lock him up for the next 6 seasons? Because you ask me, I think it's a hell of a deal to go out there and lock up a wide receiver like Garrett Wilson. He's still a young wide receiver and has been a very, very productive wide receiver through all the turmoil in New York. Now he's going into this season that's about to happen in just a couple weeks. We about to have some preseason football, y'all. I know y'all excited just like I am. But you lock this guy in at a good rate with the expectations that the salary cap will continue to rise, and wide receivers probably are going to get more money than what his annual average will be. According to Adam Schefter, the annual average will be $32.5 million, and right now is the fifth highest for a wide receiver. But they locking him in for the next 6 seasons. He's the first Jets first-round pick to be extended after his third season under the new rookie wage scale, the ninth highest annual per year of percentage of cap at signing for a wide receiver. Hey, I'm not mad at it. Lock him in early, get it done so you can go ahead and be ahead. And then you won't have to enter a situation to where at some point the San Francisco 49ers had to figure out how much money they was going to get Brandon Ayuk. At some point, the 49ers had to figure out Deebo Samuels and a number of other wide receivers around the league. Your Tyreek Hills, your DK Metcalf, who just went up, who probably wasn't going to get much money out of Seattle, who's now with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who got himself a bag. So now he's right around that average. You looking at Garrett Wilson for the last few seasons, 1,000 yards every single season since entering the NFL. Pretty damn impressive considering all the quarterbacks he had throwing for him. You had a little bit of Aaron Rodgers, you had a little bit of Zach Wilson, and a whole lot of frustration. That's just what it is. So we got to call it how we see it. But for those numbers, he entered the season, and as a rookie, 83 receptions, 1,100 yards. 2023, 95 receptions, 1,000 yards. 2024, last year, 101 receptions, 1,100 yards with 7 touchdowns. The interesting thing is we're going to be able to see is, does he get that connection back with his man Justin Fields now in New York as well? And looking at him, Justin Fields and Aaron Glenn, I'm really, really liking what the New York Jets have done up until this point. It is very, very interesting to see what they will do this season. I think you automatically have to give the nod in the AFC East to the Buffalo Bills, but that second spot is for the taking, whether that's the Miami Dolphins, whether that's the New York Jets, or the New England Patriots. It's going to be a tough, tough battle to capture number 2 and try to knock off the Buffalo Bills, but I think that all those 3 teams previously mentioned, they got long ways to go before they even think about knocking off Josh Allen in the Buffalo Bills, even going into this season. And there's still some questions with their wide receivers and pass catchers over there in Buffalo. So it's going to be very, very interesting to say the least. But I say, hey, they moving in a smart way. I haven't seen the New York Jets move like this in a very, very long time, probably ever. Not even going to lie to you, simply because you look at the offseason, they say to hell with Aaron Rodgers. We're going to get us a young quarterback who could potentially revitalize his career in Justin Fields. They already have good offensive weapons. They already had a good offensive line and went out there and drafted another offensive lineman to bolster that offensive line. Your running backs are good. You add another tight end option, and then your wide receivers, they are coming right along. And that defense look like it has some prime pieces on there. Your Sauce Gardners, and then you got your big man in the middle, Quentin Williams. So you should be ready to rock and roll if you're the New York Jets. It's going to come down to how well Aaron Glenn can hit the ground running. It's going to be about how Justin Fields can revitalize his career. And he has a number one wide receiver. We seen Justin Fields when he got his number one in Chicago with DJ Moore, and how that pairing worked out for both of those two. Ultimately, it did not result in Justin Fields remaining in Chicago, but for that long year that Justin Fields was with a number one quarterback, it was wide receiver, excuse me. It was very, very impressive with Justin Fields and DJ Moore and what they were able to do during their time in Chicago. And now he heads over there into New York and gets himself his number one in Garrett Wilson. And we'll see if this man will be able to pop how we expected Garrett Wilson to pop with Aaron Rodgers. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. I'm happy for the young man. It's a smart move by the New York Jets for getting them locked in and getting them signed early, because you absolutely want to get these guys signed early and not wait too late. Hink, hink, the Dallas Cowboys, when it comes to signing your players. If your players have lived up to the expectations and fit the bill, go ahead and take care of those players before it get too late, and the expectations of the salary cap going up just goes up a little bit more, and you could have been absolutely paying more than $32 million per year. You ask me, he's on that same par with the DK Metcalfs and some of those other guys that have went out there and garnered that $30 million per year. So shout out to the young man. I think it's a good step for the New York Jets. Now it's all about putting it on the football field, but you can't be mad at this decision right here. I'm interested to see how some of y'all feel. So make sure you chime in. Let us know how you feeling about the entire signing, because I think this is a really, really good deal. Me personally, I don't think you can do no worse than this, because now you lock them up for the next 6 seasons. That keeps them at home, that eliminates any type of negative things that can transpire once it gets too close to a deal being done. And now you could just move forward and focus on the football. And I'm happy for the young man that he ain't had to think about it twice. He ain't had to say, hey, I'm going to wait until it's really, really time so I can see what the salary cap is going to look like. He said, bet I'm going to play these 2 seasons, and then after that, my money kick in, and all that guaranteed money that's going to be coming his way, which I believe is about $90 million. Yes, it's $90 million guaranteed. He's going to be good to go. So shout out to him. Shout out to the New York Jets for being smart for once. Now, hopefully, we can see smart, good football on the football field for the New York Jets and my New York Jet fans out there. We shall see what transpires after this. And hey, we going to keep y'all locked in, loaded and tuned in and ready to rock out. But that is it for me today, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well, as we get closer and closer to the kickoff of training camp and all the news that's going to come out of that. We are going to ramp up the production and all the content to keep all NFL fans happy and satisfied, and even give y'all some fire. Because me and Steve-O, we've been good this offseason. But y'all know once the real season come around, it'd be a lot of back and forth between me and my boy. He's going to be just expected, but it's going to be all for love. It's going to be all for fun in the sake of football. But we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
This has been a presentation of the Break